Welcome to Something Natural Yoga. My name is Natasha Mitchell, and today I have a special friend with us. We're here at Black Swan Yoga in Austin, Texas. Today I have
Bridgid Bibbens.
Bridgid Bibbens. Can you give us a little bit about where you're from and what brings you to Austin?
So I'm originally from upstate New York, is where I was born and raised, and then I moved to Boston in my early 20s, then lived in Brooklyn for a long, long time, then moved to Chicago for a hot minute, and then I only agreed to move to Chicago if my partner, who I was moving there for, got us out of Chicago as soon as we could. So we came down to Austin and we love it here. Yeah, we're home. Love it.
How did you get involved in yoga?
I got involved when I was living in Boston. I've had many incarnations of careers, and at that time I was a public school orchestra teacher in Boston, and I was starting to just kind of feel out of shape, and I knew I didn't want to go to a gym because I'm just not a gym person, but I heard great things about yoga, and so I started practicing at a power yoga studio, 90-minute classes. And this is, I didn't know anything about yoga, so I was just like, I don't know, there's a yoga studio down the street, I'm gonna go. And my first class, I was like, why are these people doing this to themselves? And then really quickly I got addicted, and I loved it. That was 12 years ago, and my practices had ups and downs, especially the first few years, but once I found consistency, there's no going back. Yeah.
Now, what would you recommend for someone that is new to yoga? What would you recommend for them?
That's a good question. I would say take it really easy on yourself, especially when you're brand new. I think the ego tends to beat yourself up a little, or allows you to beat yourself up a little bit. And so you can tell yourself you can't do it, or you're not flexible enough, or whatever, but that's the reason it's called a practice. Because we practice at it, and you're going to have good days and less good days, but overall you start to build consistency. So I think just being kind to yourself from the get-go is really important.
And after your yoga experience, like every day after you complete your yoga session, how does that impact your day?
Oh my goodness. In so many ways. I just feel so much better, and it really depends on the time of day, if I'm going for an energizing practice or if I'm going for more of a wind down at the end of the day. But it's always just such a welcome reset to the day, no matter where it is or when it is. So.
Okay. Well, where can our viewers and our community find you?
So I teach here at Black Swan Yoga, and I'm all over the Black Swan Yoga schedule, both at this location and at the Anderson location. I also teach up in Round Rock at the Yoga Room, and I'm all over the place. So Bridgid Bibbens, Bridgid Bibbens, and you can find me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'd love to connect. So
thank you so much, and I believe that everybody will be happy to hear from you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.